My sister hid a secret that could destroy our family. I never thought someone I trusted the most could be keeping something so dangerous. And the worst part? Everyone else had no idea it was happening right under their noses. I remember that night like it was yesterday. Dinner had ended, but no one moved from the table. The clinking of silverware against plates had stopped hours ago, replaced by a heavy silence that made the air feel thick. My parents were sitting at the head of the table like statues, pretending nothing was wrong. Kira, my sister, was scrolling her phone, smiling like everything was fine, but her hands were trembling ever so slightly. Something about the way she avoided my eyes made my stomach twist, my chest tightened. That familiar feeling, that creeping sense that everything is about to change, washed over me. It all started with a message. I was scrolling through my phone when a notification popped up from an unknown number. "You don't know the whole story." I froze. My thumb hovered over the screen for a second before dropping it. My mind raced. Who would send me this, and why now? I glanced across the table at Kira. She was still scrolling her phone, calm, casual, smiling, that perfect practiced smile. My gut told me something was off, something very, very off. The next few days were unbearable. I started noticing things that didn't make sense. Kira would slip out of her room late at night. The second I even thought about approaching, she'd slam the door shut. Her phone lit up constantly, but whenever I looked, she quickly hid the screen. Questions I asked were brushed off with polite smiles, quick answers, or sudden topic changes. And the worst part, my parents never noticed, or maybe they did and just didn't care. It felt like I was the only one paying attention. I began to realize the perfect sister everyone praised, the golden child, the one with flawless grades and flawless manners, she wasn't as perfect as they thought. She was hiding something, and I had to know what. I started watching her. Not in a creepy way, not like a stalker. I just needed to understand. Her routines, her movements, her subtle gestures, they all told a story. She was careful, deliberate, almost like she was tiptoeing on a minefield. And I realized something terrifying. She didn't trust me with the truth. Then, one night I found it. A folder tucked under her bed, barely hidden under a stack of textbooks. My heart hammered in my chest. I knew I wasn't supposed to look, but my curiosity was stronger than my caution. I pulled it out slowly. Inside were papers, letters, and photos, medical documents, legal documents, handwritten notes. It looked like someone had been keeping records about our family, about something huge, something dangerous. I spent hours poring over the folder, my hands shaking, my mind racing. And then it hit me. Kira had been hiding a secret, and it wasn't just personal. It could ruin us. It could ruin everyone we knew. The next morning, I tried to act normal. I greeted her like nothing had changed, but my brain wouldn't stop replaying the images, the documents, the possibility of what could happen if anyone found out. I had to confront her. I cornered her in the kitchen after breakfast. Her perfect composure cracked slightly when she saw the folder in my hands. "Kira, what is this?" I asked, trying to keep my voice calm. Her face went pale. For a second, she looked like the little sister I remembered, the one who used to hide under my bed during thunderstorms, clinging to me for comfort. But the mask returned immediately, stiff and cold. I don't know what you're talking about," she said, but I could see it in her eyes. She knew. She had been holding back for months, maybe years, and now she had no choice but to tell me. It took weeks for her to open up fully. She spoke in whispers, glances darting to the door, hands shaking. And when she finally began, I realized just how heavy this secret had been. Our father had been involved in illegal activities, hidden carefully from the entire family. Kira had discovered it months ago, and she had been carrying the burden alone, protecting all of us. She had been keeping us safe, anticipating threats, covering up small mistakes to prevent disaster. I felt every emotion at once: anger, disbelief, betrayal, fear. My own father, the man I had trusted most in the world. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked, my voice trembling. "I was trying to protect you," she whispered. "If anyone found out, it could destroy everything, Everything we've ever known could disappear. It was then I realized why she had been carrying this alone. She thought I wasn't ready. From that moment, everything changed. We became conspirators. We worked quietly, cautiously, late into the night. Whispered phone calls, coded messages, careful steps. Every move mattered. Every word could betray us. One wrong action and our family's world could collapse. Kira's perfection was gone. She was human, fragile, scared, but incredibly brave. Brave enough to carry the secret alone, brave enough to finally trust me, brave enough to act as the guardian of our family. The tension grew over the following months. Every meal became a chess match, every conversation a coded performance. Every glance my father threw my way was scrutinized, every smile from my mother examined for hidden meaning. Kira managed it all like a puppeteer, guiding us through the minefield she had been navigating alone. But the weight of the secret pressed on us both. Sleepless nights, racing thoughts, constant fear. I began to understand the cost of keeping something like this hidden. It wasn't just stress, it was the sensation of carrying a live wire, knowing one mistake could set off a chain reaction that would ruin everything. Then came the night that almost broke me. A letter arrived. Legal threats, evidence, someone poking at the cracks we had worked so hard to hide. My hands shook as I read it. The words seemed to jump off the page. My chest tightened. My stomach churned. I felt like the floor beneath me had vanished. Kira, sitting across from me, stayed calm. "We can handle this," she said. Her calm was contagious. For the first time in weeks, I believed her. We spent hours going through everything. Documents, emails, notes. Every decision calculated. Every step precise. And I realized Kira hadn't just been hiding the secret to protect the family. She had been preparing for this exact scenario. Finally, after days of planning, we neutralized the threat. Our family remained intact. I looked at Kira, exhausted, tears in my eyes. "You could have trusted me," I whispered. She shook her head. "I didn't think you were ready." I smiled weakly. "I am now." And I understood something crucial. Family isn't about perfection. Family isn't about appearances. Family is about survival, trust, and being there for each other when fear's too heavy to bear alone. Kira's secret didn't destroy us. It brought us closer. Years later, I reflect on those nights, the whispered conversations, the tension that never left the room, the shared exhaustion and fear. I understand now that secrets can weigh people down, and the people who seem perfect often carry the heaviest burdens. Courage is quiet. Courage is careful. Courage is the strength to stand by someone, even when the world could crumble at any moment. Kira isn't perfect. I'm not perfect. Our family isn't perfect, but we survived together. And that is worth more than any secret, any threat, any danger that ever came our way.